Hey, you there. Thank you for watching, and welcome to Forge Lines Forever. Today I have a 6v6 custom match here on the most amazing Noxus map generator. So let's go ahead and introduce our teams and our players. In the northwest corner here for Team 1, and in the southeastern corner for Team 2. Moving on to the northern side to introduce for Team 1, we have in Amethyst Purple, it is the Clock. He will decide who will stay and who will go. He is a Cybran for this match as a 1400. To his southwest, we have in Ruby Red, it is Boom King playing as an Aeon. He is a 1500. Moving on eastward in Rush, we have the Cybran of Femboy Dr. Brackman, apologies, added an F there. He is a Cybran. He is a 1500. To his west, we have in Chevy Crimson, it is Taoist playing as a UEF. He is an 1800. In Pac-Man Yellow to his southeast, it is Hoppy Boy. He is a Aeon. He is a 900. And then running out Team 1, we have in Imperial Gray, it is Angels playing as an Aeon. He is a 1900. He is also the highest rated player on Team 1. So for Team 1 side of the map, they have 1 UEF, 2 Cybrans, and then 3 Seraphim, which means they have 3 Aeons with 0 Seraphim. No Seraphim Tech for Team 1. Moving on to Team 2, southern side, in the best color, of course, we have in Forest Green, it is Cool Dude playing as UEF. He is a 1300. In Batman Gray to his north, we have Mint Alex playing as an Aeon. He is a 1400. And to his east, in Snow White, we have the Seraphim, the one and only Seraphim of the game. It is Amnesia. He is a 1700. At least I think I said that name right. It looks like Amnesia. I could be wrong, but that is what it looks like. Anyway, to his north, we have in Glow in the Dark Green, it is Smithers playing as a Cybran. He is an 1800. In Emerald Green, making his way to the middle of the map, is another Cybran in his tutus with 2 S's and a dash in there. I'll say tutus for short. He is a Cybran. He is a 900. And then rounding out Team 2, we have in Stitch Blue, it is the highest rated player on Team 2. And in the game overall, it is you. Not you in terms of you, but you in terms of him. He is a 2000 rated player, again, in Stitch Blue. So for Team 2 side of the map, they have 1 UEF, they have 3 Cybrans, and then they have 1 Aeon, and then again, the one and only Seraphim of the game on their side of the map, which means in the entire 12-player game, all the other factions are represented, not on each team, though, because Team 1 is missing out on the Seraphim tech, but they are still represented on Team 2, so that means nobody is missing out on the fun. And for these 12 players, we'll take a look at their reclaim situation, currently sitting at, that's not bad. It's 500 maps per player at 6,000 total. It's not a lot, and I'd say the vast majority of it is in the middle of the map here between these 2 sets of triple mountains, or tri-mountains, maybe tri-mountains. There's a couple of spots to the north and to the south, but it's very much on the slim pickings in terms of the reclaim. So players probably going to have to find a little bit more mass out of their extractors and out of their artificial eco. We do see for Team 1 side of the map a couple of placements in terms of groupings of mixes to grab. I will note the northwest corner of the map has a decent amount. I'll say it's 6-star-ish mechs. I mean, these 2 exterior ones, I mean, you could group that. That could be a 5. That could be a 5. But I'll just say it's 6 because it's pretty darn close. So we'll just say it up there to the northwest. It's 6-star mechs. They have a tri-mix position to the northeast. And if I'm reading the map right, I think I got them all. There's a lot of splatter mixes. Oh, no, there's a tri-mix position here. So there's another one down here in the south. There's a lot of splattering of mixes around the map, not only between the bases, but just all around the map. Oh, I guess, yeah, you could probably stand here and grab all 3. That's a tri-mix position there. But anyway, my point being is that there are a lot of mixes, and there's a quad mix there. Now I'm noticing them all. You know, that's just how it goes. Like, oh, I think that's it. No, I missed that, and missed that, and missed that, sort of thing. So lots of mixes to grab, both in the concentrated part and the non-concentrated part. We'll take a look at these players and where to hit it off to. We have 1v2 in favor for Team 2 in the south. We have Mint Alex and Cool Dude versus Team 1's Angels. In the middle of the map, we already have seen some upgrades done and started for both teams. We have Taoist and Boom King and Hoppy Boy and Femboy for Team 1. And then for Team 2, we have Smithers and Tutus. That's going to be a 4v2 in favor of Team 1. And then in the northeast sector, maybe we'll see Femboy go this way, so it might be a 2v1. But I just say that he's kind of in the middle because he's on the west side of that mountain. We have Team 2's U versus Team 1's the Claw, so 1v1 on that side of the map. We have Amnesia in the main base for Team 2, or his main base for Team 2. He hasn't moved from his spot yet. Looks like that is everybody on the map. And we'll take a look at some upgrades. We have gun started for Cool Dude, gun started for Mint. He's done with range. We have Smithers almost done with his gun. We have T2 almost done for Brackman. We have Hoppy done with his speed upgrade. Boom King has no upgrades. Howest almost done with his T2 upgrade. We have a T2 done for Tutus. We have T2 started for you. And we have gun almost done for the Claw. I think I grabbed everybody who had an upgrade. Maybe. I probably missed somebody. Stealth started for Team 2 Smithers after the gun upgrade. Maybe he'll blitz for Nano, but at least he'll get an even playing foot field with the UEF commanders at 12,000 base hit points. We have Mint going after a nice little T2 Blaze. So T2 units already on station for a couple of players on Team 2. Trying to get that teching up done sooner rather than later. We do see gun speed started for Angels. And any upgrades? Nope, it's just gun for Cool Dude. T2 almost done for Towers. T2 about half done for you. He's trying to push to the northeastern side of the map. And kind of curve this way, it looks like. Trying to draw the attention away from the more middle part of the map to the edges. And maybe allow his comm to push in against the player of the Claw. Range started for Hoppy Boy in the middle. Tac missile started for Taoist. And we have first comm become action, at least that I have noticed here, approaching. It's the Angel comm versus Mint Alex, Aeon v Aeon. There's no hit points advantages one way or the other, but speed versus speed and range for Mint Alex. So advantage goes to Mint, and he's actually at 1-star event, so he has additional hit points as well. Angel's losing hit points very quick. I'm going to do a little bit of a quick just scan. No, we have a little bit of a run by, or run through, I should say, for Brackman. But back here to Angels, we have a little bit of, oh, no booping. No booping going on between the two players. And it is a little bit hard to tell who is who without the names because they look very similar. It's just a slight darkening of the color for Mint versus the lightning or lighter or calm of Angels. And we have Mint taking some damage from those blazes. He's in the yellow, but Angels is almost in the red. Mint is losing hit points decently quick. And he's not going to get some veterancy from these blazes, at least quickly. We have some units inbound from Cool Dude to assist. It's going to be a motor suicide one way or the other. Here comes some forces from Mint to assist a little bit, but he is dead meat one way or the other. He's trying to get out of range. Angel's almost dead. Mint Alex going in for the kill. There it is. I was wondering if they were going to kill each other or just let each other escape, but no. Angels draws with Mint Alex. It could have been a one-sided affair, but those blazes definitely came in to make it an even fight. It's now a 5v5 game. No advantage one way or the other. You will have the base, I would assume, for now. Maybe you'll give it over to, yep, Cool Dude is right there. Team 1, Towers gets the base. He might keep it. He may give it over to Hoppy, but I do feel like he'll probably keep it and just kind of push this western side of the map. Nano repair started here for Smithers. He's half done with that. Hoppy Boy has the Aeon Sniper Commander going for mini tank with the shield soon. We have some T2 artillery and PD being built by Femboy here to just push Team 2 a little bit further back. Gunship running amok from Team 2. Actually, that's Team 2's gunship. What is he? Weird, he was shooting at the ground. I don't know what that's about, but okay. Maybe there was a unit there from Team 1. It just didn't take an effect in terms of canceling the gunfire. You do see Mantis engaging Mantis. Team 1 PD is there. That will help things a little bit for you. Definitely overwhelming for Team 1, though. Stealth started for Claw, and T2 is still the only upgrade for you as of yet. 10.5 minutes on the clock, and both of the teams' mass per second. I mean, it's slightly Team 2. It's about, let's say, 10 to 15 on a good second, maybe 25 on a bad second and for Team 1, just because Team 1 is the one that's behind. And we have Smithers with gun and nano versus Hoppy with gun, shield, and that gun is advanced range and speed. We have a T2 gunship gets blapped out of the sky. T2 gunship gets blapped out of the sky. Those nice little bangers helping out to thin out the skies a little bit. Another Spectre gets one shot off. Smithers, again, he's almost at 1-star vet, and Hoppy isn't chasing him down, which means he might escape. I mean, he's not looking good. He does get some veterancy. He's now up to, 8,000. He's regenerating 74 hit points a second, so he's actually doing very well, to be honest, with all the units chasing after him. Stealth almost done here for the Claw to the north. Cool Dude might start falling back just because of, well, he's all on his own. But to be fair, Team 1 is really just focusing the middle of the map here. So honestly, he could probably push into the west edge at least and just annoy Team 1 for as long as possible. Missile or artillery was inbound from Team 1. Don't know if it was missile or not. Missile on board for Tower, so maybe. Missile inbound. Going for the Smithers is calm. Will he get him? He will. He won't kill him. But he drops him to 1,300. And Smithers needs to get out of there because he's going to die here. 600, 500, 400, 300, 200, 100. And there he goes. Taoist with the missile on board, dropping the comms hit points incredibly quickly with that. Makes it for the first time in the game in favor for Team 1 at 12.5 minutes. That's a nice grab from Team 1. It wasn't a kill with the missile, but in my opinion, it was still a missile kill because, man, did that hurt. Oof, and it looks like Team 2's player of... Who gets that base? Oh, it's you. Okay, because he was over here. I was going to say, like, where was the base for Smithers? But he was over there right next to Amnesia. To the north, not gun, but Nano almost done for the Claw. He has Stealth now done. Still not an upgrade for Team 2's you. We have 3 players dead at 13 minutes. We might get to 4 maybe. We'll see. We do see a little bit of colluding going down here from Team 1's eastern side with Claw and Femboy. Femboy launching some missiles. He has some PD. He has, of course, an artillery emplacement, really wreaking havoc on that eastern front. Team 1's definitely trying to get the lead or wrestle it away from Team 2 in terms of mass per second. This will help a considerable amount. That is a miss on the mechs. Goes after the headquarters, though, so, hey, that's no T2 air for 2-2s. That's got to hurt. T3 air is done. Speaking of air for Amnesia, he's lost a mechs. Maybe he's doing the destroy, reclaim, and then rebuild. And 2-2's control K's underneath shield coverage, which makes me think maybe it was a departure of some sort. Maybe he's annoyed about the T2 air headquarters going down. Not worth... I don't understand the... Yeah, take these make units. TMD says Smithers. So unfortunately for Team 2, they lose a player one way or the other, whether it was intentional or not. It does make it now a 5v3, so we're down 4 players for Team... Sorry, 4 players in the game, but 3 of them are for Team 2. We have units inbound once again from Fem, but with the extra bases for you, he's sitting on triple base. He's sitting at 265 mass income. That is a little over a third of the mass per second in favor for Team 2, so that's a lot of control. We do see Amnesia's at 200. And then Taoist is the only one at 200 for Team 1 at 210. Pushing in on the western side here. It looks like some bombers sending out some units from Team 1. Sorry, from Team 2 from Team 1 side of the map. Don't know where the bombers are going, but looks like some circling going down for Cool Dude's commander from him. We do see T3 start out on board Boom King towards the middle of the map. And at 15 minutes on the clock, then we have 4 players dead. Maybe we'll get 5 dead before 20 minutes. If Team 1 has anything to say about it, they might be targeting you. But to the northeast, we have the Claw. Again, Gun Nano. It's a lot of Mantis. So, honestly, this isn't a big concern. Maybe he'll drop into about 50%. But with Nano on board and Gun, yeah, I really even doubt he'll drop into the yellow, to be honest. We have T3 started for Team 2's Femboy. And units from him moving into Annoy U. Of course, that's a YEW instead of YOU. We do have T3 started on board... Boom King is a little bit over half done with that. He has a sensor package also online. Missile inbound. Misses all of the units. Didn't miss the comm, though, to be fair. So I think, in my opinion, I'd rather miss the unit or 2 with my missile and hit the comm versus hitting the unit and not hitting the comm. We do see Obsidian is going to be shoved away by the PD emplacements. They have a lot of shielding, but they don't want to take the fight, especially with attacks from the west as well inbound for Hoppy Boy. And we do see to the northeast Claw, again, on his own, but There's nothing else from Team 2 nearby, so it's really not a big deal. It's a big deal. It's not a big deal. Because it could be a possible snipe from Team 2, but I highly doubt they're going to be focusing on that right now. They have the middle of the map to be concerned about. They have this to be annoyed about from Team 1. And T3 still progressing for Fanboy. He's not underneath shield coverage. He is near PD and a missile launcher. I feel like a TMD would probably be better, especially because he's that close to Team 2. He doesn't see him, so maybe if he saw, maybe he would go after the comm. But for now, he's still rooted the spot, so we shall see. U says Boom King, pointing out where the comm of U is. I will note that Team 2 did kill off the highest rated player on Team 1 at 1900, being Angels. Team 2 has lost an 1800, a 1400, and a 900. It's still, again, it's still 5v3. Ratings aside, the favor for Team 1 and Amnesia he says sorry, good luck. Need to go, sorry. He sent some he sent some units over, walked away, and then blew up so the engineers wouldn't die. So now at 18 minutes, we've had 2 control Ks, a murder-suicide, and a kill. A straight-up just death. Did I do my math right? Yes. Control K. Kill. Yeah. Which means it is a 5v2 in favor for Team 1. That is massive for Team 1. The APM alone is going to be very nice advantage. But again, I will note the highest rated player in the game is on Team 2. The highest rated player in the game also has almost 700 mass per second at his disposal. Now, it's a lot of land, a lot of area to deal with, but we have Cool Dude on the western side and you on the middle and the eastern side. Team 1 really isn't pushing in any scenario. We have actually pushing in from Team 2 on the eastern and western side. So, honestly, I sense a, just build a bunch of T3 mexes, build a bunch of T3 mexes. Spam up not AA, but air, and then maybe go for Nuke or go for something big, or maybe a game ender or something. Because Team 1 is being a little bit more offhand, a little bit more, not standoffish, but just not constantly pressuring Team 2. That's one of the things that usually cracks teams with less players, and especially at the disadvantage like this, is there's just there's attacks over here, and there's attacks over here, and attacks over here, and there's bombing runs this way, there's gunships this way, and there's, artillery landing from the there's just so much going on that it's really hard to keep up with everything, and that's what ended up just, death by 1,000 cuts. And at 20 minutes, they could really just pressure any side they want and force Team 2 to engage that area. But right now, it's not looking too hot. Team 2, again, it's at 1.1 to 1.2 in favor for Team 1, but just barely in terms of mass per second. And U is at 800 now, and Femboy's going to get killed off, so Team 1's going to suffer a loss there. So a little bit over 20 minutes, and now it's a 4v2. Still a 2-to-1 advantage. That's still there. However, maybe we'll see another kill here soon with Claw. He is being hit by units here and units here. Looks like he might be fine on the southern approach. The northern approach might be a different scenario. Not Blazes, but Bricks just sitting there. They could be engaging, but looks like, again, U is doing 1,001 things. And again, this is that APM where there's so much stuff going on for him that it makes it difficult to just do all of the things, and there will be stuff that gets missed. It's just a way of things. We have Percy's and Harbingers and Bricks here. We just need some Optims, and it'd be a real party there. D3 Air expansion going down here for you in the Seraphim base. Looks like he might be getting some spy planes. No bombers yet. And again, Seraphim do not get T3 gunships, so it's just going to be spy planes, some ASFs, and those T3 strat bombers. We have some restores online for Boom King, and he has an air grid. I think he's the only one that has a T3 air grid quarters. Oh, there's another one down here for Hoppy, but he's not really using it. He's building restores. Might be transferring those over to Boom King. And we just see one running around. Another T2 mech's going to get killed off before the bricks are eliminated. So again, there's a lot of mass being destroyed on Team 1 side of the map. It's mainly exterior plus secondary mexes. There's nothing really core mechs being lost as of yet. Same thing in the middle, same thing on the western side. These mexes have kind of been down for a while, so Team 1's really been missing that extra, 2, 6 mass a second. Maybe 9 if they're lucky to get it ringed. We do see this base now belonging to the Claw. Not looking too hot. Omni is in danger. And that is definitely an I'm in danger scenario for that Omni. 900 mass closing in on 1,000 for you. That is a dangerous amount of mass. I mean, go for early game ender, go for early nuke, go for early anything, and he will be winning that fight. And at least for the early game, of course, or mid game, of course. We have the Omni sensor is down. Team 1's a little bit more blind now than they were moments ago. Looks like they have a secondary one online. A little bit further back, looks like somebody spotted Harbinger targeting some AA. Not the Omni, which I feel like is a very big missed opportunity. But hey, trying to kill off some AA. Maybe some bombers might come in. Maybe just T1 bombers might come say hi. And having that SAM site dead would be a little bit better. RAS being built on Boom King's side of the map. T3 land, T3 land. Still no other air for Team 2. Not even a backup facility in any sort of technology. We have one Omni. I would like to see maybe another one down here. Just get a little bit more, actual Omni sensor on that side of the map for that. I know where everything is in the circle kind of thing. And Team 1, we have ARAS being built now on Boom King. Air grid is expanding a little bit. It's not super cascadable in terms of the profile. I mean, if it starts getting more stuff there, it will be 100%. But if he kind of keeps the thinner frame, he will be fine. I like to see the 2x2s. Just the, two, kind of this little, I, lowercase L shape. Nothing really too thick like a big giant square. This is a lot better, having it at a diagonal angle. It's less cascadable. This is a little bit more so, of course, but it looks like he actually destroyed some stuff. He could put a shield there. That'd be a great one to cover a huge portion of the air grid there. His headquarters is there as well, so it'd be a nice little double coverage there. Don't want to lose that thing, because no more ASFs, no strat bombers, no spy planes when you lose that thing. That would be bad. We have restorers running around. On the western flank, we have Percy's and Harbingers in the mixer for Team 2. We have Percy's for Team 1 and some Obsidians. Love to see those shield units on the front lines. Not Asylums, but, they're personal shielding units. And it looks like Team 2 is just going to send it forward and do as much damage as they can. I don't blame them, because, again, it's probably going to be a war of attrition at this point. Just so much damage, poking, prodding, nothing. Just let's wipe out 3 bases in one pass, which would be obviously nice for anybody. But it's going to be poking and prodding over here, poking and prodding over here, poking and prodding over here. Maybe they get something to the back line. But, again, the longer the game goes on, more frustration, more tiredness, more just, if you're playing at 4 o'clock in the morning, what are you doing? Why? Why are you doing this at 4 o'clock in the morning? Why? But, players decide when they play. I don't make those decisions. I just sometimes question them. Specifically that choice. I mean, I barely can play RTSs as it is, let alone play at 4 a.m. So, why? Cloaking started for Team 2, Cyber Commander of U. So he will have that sneaky little ability. He might go for laser just to have it, but he might be focused on other things. 1.3k for him per second. That is a stupid amount of mass, especially at 26 minutes to have all of your lonesome. T2 Max almost upgraded the T3. Doesn't get hit. The mass storage gets hit. Looks like that will now finally get hit. FAF online for Team 1's Taoist. And we have a nuke online for him. He's going for second and third nuke. Lots of nukes in a small package, in a small area. Again, it does make it a little bit easier to target in terms of what Team 2 to focus on. But hey, it does kind of consolidate what you need to build in terms of power, or you want to do it for mass FAFs or reducing the cost in that. It looks like he's going to passively load them, not really actively load them. It depends on what the scenario is, but doing a little bit of both is always nice. No SMD in this base, and that nuke is already half loaded. Unless Team 2 spots that, I don't think that airgrid's going to be there much longer. He does have a lot. That's a lot of ASFs. You have a lot of ASFs. And somebody knew that joke was going to come at some point. 220 plus ASFs versus Team 1's. I want to say maybe 100 if he's lucky. He's 122, so 100 in favor for Team 2, but it's still a lot to have. And for those of you who are curious, it is the Seraphim ASF versus the Corona's the UEF. Again, don't know how to pronounce more than half of the Seraphim names, but it's ASF, it's bomber, it's mobile shielding, It's all generic names anyways, at least for those units. Microwet on the eastern side, second microwet as well. He's producing them somewhere. Mass SSU spam for RAS presets on the eastern front. Bunch of P-gens as well. Lots and lots of hives to just spam those things up. And Nuke is now joined with another one. They're going to get another Nuke and a shield. He's turning into Hyper 2001. But instead of spreading out the nukes, he's just spam building. I'm going to go for a fourth one. Definitely build the shield. Thank you. What are you doing, Nuka? Says Mint. So Team 2 is now aware of the nuke. SMD was built. And it is definitely not going to be loaded in time. 1,000%. That nuke is pretty darn close. And I don't think it's going to fire. It was going to fire immediately, and now he's holding off for a little bit. We'll see if he will fire it off immediately. Because, again, the longer he waits, the worse it is for him. Because that SMD is loading fairly darn quickly. Not as quick as Team 2 would like it, but it's fast enough for it to maybe make a difference. Again, other places, I don't see any other SMDs, so that would be the biggest target. Wipe that out. There it is. Never mind. I can just throw those words right back in my mouth because it literally just happened. Team 1, first nuke of the game, will land and will destroy not only the T3 air recorders and a huge chunk of the air grid, but also the SMD that was built, which means that's not great for subsequent launches. We do see another SMD, and the cool dude's like, no, I just don't care. Maybe it'll come to me, maybe it won't. Just in case, because you never want to assume, because you know what that leads to. And in this case, it might have led to death, but not in this case. 30 minutes on the clock. Kaboom! Blows up the air grid. Blows up a huge portion of it, to be honest. Nice grab there. Probably about 50,000+ mass kill with that central nuke. Oh, that was way more than I thought it was going to be. 96,000 with one nuke. Almost a 6-digit nuke there. Dang, that's a lot of mass killed. Oh, I guess he did kill off the mexes. To be fair, I didn't recognize that those were there and notice they were there. If you can win air, will make win possible, says Femboy. It is possible because Team 2, again, lost pretty much the entire air grid, so that could be a nice way for Team 1 to put a lot more pressure on Team 2. Tons of bricks just running around the map. We have a Monkey Lord and a Mega. The Mega will be fine. The Monkey Lord will not be fine. I have a Monkey Lord to the east. That first one is dead. Second one is not looking too great, but, you know, it's still there. Not looking terrible, but there are some restores that will help a little bit in terms of the firepower. It's not a lot of air to ground. It's a lot more air to air, and they're targeting the AA as we speak. Strat Bombers, they're going to provide the punching power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bombers. I was going to say 8, but no, it's just 7. Artillery starter for Team 1's Boom King is going to go for a explosive option there. Satellite starter for Team 1's Towers. He's going to go for another nuke, and he's going to load another. He's going to load almost 2 simultaneously. He has 2, almost already half done. We have 4 nukes maybe in the next 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Not looking good. This base will be targeted. The remaining air grid might be hit. This, if it's been scouted by Team 1, we have a couple of SMDs. They might just target main bases at this point and wipe out the most amount of T3 mexes as possible. It's 2K to 2K. No advantage one way or the other. Restores are not looking good for Team 2 on the western front. There is more mobile AA down here, though, to be fair, so that might encourage them to go bye-bye. Nuke is inbound. SMD was not loaded. SMD was not loaded. That is an explosion there. SMD to the north is not loaded. That is the one thing about trying to load. Was that 5 SMDs, 6 SMDs at the same time? They're probably all not going to load. Or any. It depends on the what's being spent and whatnot. But 1.5K mass income, that is just so much. GC comes and says hi, probably regretting his choice to come see the brick wall. And looks like this SMD will be fine. This one will not be. And kaboom! Wipes out, what, 4 more mexes? 3 more mexes for Team 2. Another nuke is inbound. It's going southward. It is going after Cool Dude's base. You didn't spam load the SMD. Oh, that's not good for Team 2. If he loses that western front or that main base, that might be the start of the beginning of the end for Team 2, because And then making it a 4v1 is not good. There is an SMD there, but it's not going to be loaded in time. This SMD is just passively loading. Oh no, he's gonna die because that nuke is right over top of him now. It's gonna be too late. There's no saving him. Once he notices, if he does notice satellite was started, that's going to be canceled, of course. Here comes another kill for Team 1. Kaboom! There he goes. Cool is defeated by Taoist, making this now a 4v1 at 33 minutes on the clock. Let me know down in the comments who you think is going to currently win this game. Of course, if you haven't, because why not? At this point, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really, really do appreciate it. Let's go ahead and see where these fat boys are going off to. Looks like 2 of them over here for Team 1 hanging out. Just again slowly pushing in. And it's going to be, again, death by 1,000 cuts. Or it's just going to be one surgical strike with a bunch of nukes to wipe out Team 2. Another nuke inbound from Team 1. It is Nuke, 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 Nuke and Central over here. We have 0. We have 82,000, 96,000. And 34,000. So over 200 mass killed for Team 1's 3 nukes, soon to be 4 nukes once this one actually lands. If it does land, because SMD here, that one is finally loaded. This one is soon to be loaded. And it might fall. It does fall a little bit short. We have a couple of bugs running around for Team 2's U. We might have another one. Oh, that's a lot of brick walls. Kaboom. There goes another nuke fire. This is going to blow up that. I don't think it'll clip that SMD, and even if it did. Oh, it will clip it, so that'll be a defense for Team 2, but still, artillery is online for Team 1. It is, like I said, going to be death by 1,000 cuts or death by a couple dozen nukes. 138,000 nukes are being assisted as we speak. Hit that. Yep, so Happy Boy sees it and says, go after that monstrosity that is. And satellite over top. There goes the SMD. Bloop. There it goes. Shields nowhere in sight for that SMD. That's going to be unfortunate because I think the satellite can wipe it out in one burst. Yep, there it goes. That's going to hurt. But it did fire the SMD. It was just a couple of seconds too late. We have 1 bug, 2 bug, 3 bug, 4. And we have 3 of them inbound for the air grid for Team 1's Boom King. Maybe actually the... not even the air grid, but the artillery emplacement. We have AA being built right now. Again, there's a lot of ASFs. 4 nukes, says Mint. And that's where those bugs are probably going to be headed next. The artillery is down. Does fire off 1 more volley before it dies. Oh, look. There's 4 nukes over there. I wonder where we're going next. Oh, there's Taoist. He's running. He's running. But again, the bugs don't care. They care about the 4 new... Oh, no, they are going to care about Taoist. Okay, never mind. I can just throw everything I said right back in my face. And there goes Team 1's Taoist. He does kill off some... Actually, that's about a couple of dozen ASFs with that explosion. Oof. But the destruction is done. 1 nuke is dead. 2 nuke, 3 nuke, 4, and 2 satellites as well. That's going to be a dead satellite, another dead satellite. There's a lot of AA in that base, but... that's a nice grab from those bugs. Another bug running around for Team 2's U. That's really not going to have some fun. 1 bug is down. 2 bug is down. Soon 3 bug will die here pretty shortly. But again, the damage is done. The 4 nukes are dead. Artillery is down. A player is dead. It's a 3v1. Still in favor for Team 1. But it's gone from a 5v1 to a 3v1. Actually, it's technically a 4v2. But a 4v2 to a 4v1 to a 3v1. 3 more kills for Team 2. 1 more kill for Team 1. That's all it's going to take. And target enemy power very hard, says Taoist. It's fixable. Need to get strategic weaponry. Yep. So either get another nuke online, get a game ender, get a bunch of artillery, get something to punch back at Team 2 because all the long-range options are gone. Satellites are gone. Nukes are gone. Artillery is gone. It is being rebuilt, to be fair, and the second one was started. It's going to take a minute to finish that. Monsters, says Mint. We have 1 bug online here for Team 2. We have a second one coming online. We have just tons and tons of RASCOMs running around the map. At least you would imagine with 2.1K. He's been producing them non-stop. Where are they all, actually? I don't even see any of the RASCOM signature. Oh, there they are. Oh, they're all over there to the north. 21, actually, 21 isn't terrible. It's not 100. That would be even more insane. Just has every mech's almost T3. Jeez. Fat Boy on the western side getting bullied by 2 Fat Boys from Team 1. And I don't know why the army doesn't push in. They're just getting hammered by that Fat Boy duo. And there's not that many forces on the ground or the air side. And it looks like maybe you heard me, because they're moving in now. Scat this into infinite eco. Scale into infinite ego. I was going to say scat this into infinite eco. What? Scale into infinite ego. He's probably talking about Paragon. At least I would imagine. Northern side, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 megas. And a house or 2 inbound from Team 1. 1 bug. 4 bug. Never mind. I was going to say 1 bug is not going to cut it. But 4 bug might cut it. It's going to be a lot of dead units and stuff on the ground for Team 2, but they need to target the AA first. There's really not a lot of it for Team 1, to be honest, and they're actually pulling away from the main force so the ground units don't target them. And the bug is going to do perfectly fine, to be honest. Bugs. Tons of hives are going down, and they're pulling their weight, reclaiming that bug. The megaliths are turning around. That's not good. Bouncers are coming in to say hi. The bugs are going to pull away. I mean, you could just focus fire on those for about, 5-10 seconds. Wipe them out. What are these Simons that don't build soothsayers or share tech? Where do they come from? Yeah, you might as well build a soothsayer. Get that vision online. Does Team 2 have any soothsayers online? They have 2 of them online, given the big giant circles on the map. He has a lot of the map at his purview. You might even just send one down here and just build one right over here. Just kind of get almost the entire, southeastern half. And 3 megawatts remain. One of them not terrible, but that attack did not go well. What is it? You are powerful. What does it say? And I would like to accept you into my clan, but unfortunately all my members are Russian. I don't speak Russian, says you. I mean, replace with artillery, says Taoist. Oh, he's probably talking about replace the nukes with artillery. Going Mav, says Boom King. Godspeed. There it is. And he has shielding lined up. Love to see it. And he has Aeon and UEF, showing the love there. Love to see it. Love, love, love it. We have... How many bugs do you have? 7? You have 7 bugs. 8 bugs. Why do you have 8 bugs? Why not build literally anything else? I mean, I get it. The first 3, 4 bugs were very good. They did a very good job. They wiped out a player and a bunch of other stuff. But why? Again, I'm not a huge fan of the bug, which is why I say that. Might as well just crush that land army right now. Yeah, there's some AA to deal with. Maybe you'll lose a bug. But with that amount of firepower, you're going to wipe out everything up there. Again, you focus on the stuff shooting at you first. And then you shoot at all of the other stuff because they can't shoot back. I feel like that one... Oh, was it TikTok YouTuber person that kind of does the hands like really? Like, really? Shoot at the stuff shooting at you first. But anyway, that's a lot of bugs. It's just a lot of bugs. It's a very buggy system, this game, I guess. Again, there's the joke. There it is. Somebody knew it was going to happen at some point. 2 Fat Boys. I do love that they're producing units on their backs. I wish they would mix between bouncers and... Not bouncers, sorry. Cougars and Skyboxers. Bouncers are the Cybran variety ones. And some, again, parashields and whatnot. But just something else than just Cougars. Again, it will help with the bugs, to be fair, but you have a little bit more protection. You want to protect against the bugs. 9 bugs. Oh, is he going double-digit bugs? Are you going double-digit bugs? Need like 100 SAMs. Hey, that's where all those ASFs died. That's a good place to put those. Team 2's bugs could go, honestly, north and then west and then a little bit south. Might just kind of do this really long circle. I would not recommend going the other way because there's a lot more AA over here, and I feel like it'd be a lot easier to wipe out all of the everything up there. Team 2, do you know what's going on? No, you have a lot of signatures. No idea what they are. Team 1, do you know what Team U is up to? Lots of signatures for ASFs, of course. They have one eye on a nice little SMD, but that is about it. We have a ground force inbound to the western side. We have some Fat Boy Fire wiping out some PD emplacements. There is a force here on the ground with a lot of T2 Sparkies. Those combat engineers with one arm with a engineer capability and one with a nice little gun, so they can fight back and defend themselves. The only combat engineer in the game, because all the engineers, all the other engineers, I should say, are just they're not passive, but they're what's the word for it? They're non-combatants. That's not the word I was looking for, but it does suffice. They are not hostile. That's not the word I'm looking for. Somebody's going to know what the word I'm looking for is in the comment. Again, it's like non-combatant, but they're not pacifists, but they're just, I guess they're non-combatants. They're conscientious observers, I guess. I just can't figure out the word. Anyway, it doesn't matter. 2 megas, 3 megas, 4 double-digit bugs. Do we have double-digit bugs? Hey, we have double-digit bugs. 10 bugs. No, it's right there. They're right there. Yeah, there's a lot of AA. I get it. There's a lot of AA there. But you might as well just blow them all up, and then you can go this way, and then you can go this way, and then you can wipe out all the other things. The ASFs from Team 2 are still shadowing the bugs. We have 2 donuts. T3 air quarters was rebuilt right there. Artillery is landing in 2 different places, which means there's 2 artilleries online for Team 1. Unless they were faking me out. Oh, yep, there's one up there. Look at that. There goes the ASFs from Team 1. At least some of them. Here comes all the AA moving in to surround those bugs. And those bugs are going to get shot at a lot. So far, all of them are making their way to their target. And they're just going to blitz everything just as they drive by. They're going to go for this. They're going to go for this. I don't know. There is that Mavor. It's in the green already. 44 minutes on the clock. ASFs are inbound for the bugs. One of them or 2 of them is definitely going to collapse before they even get there. And there's that first one. 2, 4, 9, 10. I was going to try to mix the count. There goes some P-gens. There goes another bug. There goes another bug. And they're going to kill off Boom King. They killed off a player for Team 1. They continue on, and there goes 2 more bugs. They see the Mavor, and it's too late. Most of the firepower is already dead. And there it goes. It's going to crash land on a P-gen. A little bit of cascade. There goes that set of P-gens. The shielding is down. Everything transferred over to the Claw. He will stay. He will decide who stays and who will go. We have 4 megas still remaining. 2 over there to the east. We have the 2 bugs that are 2 donuts that are still alive. Forces going from the middle. Forces still crashing in from the south. Finish says Boom King 95%. No, pretty darn close to 95. I think it was 94%. But it's already close. Air grid actually kind of blending in with that that artillery quite nicely. Or the other way around, I guess. But we have Czar. They're going to deal with the remaining Harminges on the ground. Over here is pretty much thinned out. I mean, it was a nice attempt. It's not my place to critique, but if you're going to mass air expenditures, you should really formation move them as towers to you. That way they don't take overlapping as AA. Yeah, that's a good point because they kind of line up like this versus them all seeing into a ball. Dunn says mint. There it is. The first game ender of the match appears. And Team 2 just does not have anything else to fight back with. 45 minutes in climbing. And they have 2 artillery, T3 variety ones, and then a T4. That's not great. Team 2 just does not have the stuff to deal with that. They're getting air grids, spread out all around the map. Getting shielding, trying to protect their mexes. We have SACUs dying somewhere on the map. And the donuts are wiping out the Fat Boy ice cream sandwich over there. Get a single Novax. And as Omni Confined Cloak ACU says, Tau, see, that is one of the best things to use for the Novax. It's just, I want to look at stuff. Oh, look, I see you down there. Hi. I'm going to shoot you with my laser now. Or just like, oh, look, there's some mexes that aren't shielded. Blap. two best things. Just scouting in general, and then it can shoot at stuff. The shooting at stuff is kind of the primary thing, but I feel like it's more of a secondary thing, because just seeing stuff on Team 2's side of the map without having to rely on, constant spy planning or the eye or whatever, it's just a lot easier to use. And again, it can fire back, so it's kind of a 2-for-1 punch. SMDs are maybe being targeted or just hitting power generators. Yep, there goes that one. Impacted that one. 47 minutes in climbing, and honestly, this eastern side has not collapsed entirely. There's 4 megas inbound. 6 megas, 7 megas inbound. But we have donuts over here. We have fat boys over there as well, backing them up on the ground. We have, again, 3 artillery emplacements. And more Novaxes are being built. Artillery is being built there because why not? It's got to spend that mass, I guess. Looks like it's mainly the experimental megaliths. There goes some AA there with the crash damage from the mega. Mega's at 2-star vet, 2-star vet, 2-star vet, 0, 0, 0. And actually, that one's almost at. That one's at 1 stars. That one's almost at 1 stars. This one's a new. We have 6 megas over here. And they will thin out the megas quite nicely for Team 1. There goes 1, so now 5 remain. But again, this is going to be a problem. The artillery is still a problem, but that one over there, that's a big problem. And for those of you who have made it to this point in the video, I have been listening to some of you, and it sounds like some of you do want to see games with maybe the map on the right-hand side of the screen underneath the scoreboard. Granted, I can't keep it in the same position every game because we have 3v3s up to 8v8s. So it will kind of go up and down depending on the map, or on the match. But let me know if you do like it on that right-hand side of the screen. So I might put that on a vote just to see what people think. Because, again, always willing to try new things. Again, this is in 1440 now. It's in, I was going to say it's in color, but it's in more color, I guess. I was not born when it went from black and white to color, or else, I mean, if I was that old and my body is the way that it is, I mean, that'd be kind of nice, to be honest. I'm not super, working out or anything like that, but, I'm not overweight by any means, so, it's fine. It's not the best, but it's fine. We have similar numbers now. Satellite complete. Send to enemy, says Taoist. Use Zards to defend crabs. We can probably take an air fight soon. Yeah, this is probably the last hope for Team 2 is this 7 mega nonsense. Again, they have 2 of those Zards. A third one is done. We have 2 satellites as well. So there is firepower from Team 1 to deal with this. The only problem is it's just not looking great for Team 2 on the land side of things. Again, the ASFs get baited to the Zars, but they kill off 2 of them at least, so they kind of got baited, but they kind of didn't get baited. But they are all dead now, to be fair, so there is that. And Team 1 has now won air. They probably have air supremacy at this point. Artillery's still raining in. Everything is spread out for Team 2, so it really makes it hard to target one particular thing. And now it's just the slow demise of the megas. We do have some deceivers. We have some bricks. We have a GC here, and it's probably just going to get walked down by megas. And they might get to this dual artillery emplacement now. I highly doubt they'll get to hit. Look at this, another artillery emplacement. Oh, these are going to build a straight line of them because why not? Another one has been ignored for whatever reason, but Oh, that was a Mavor shell is what that was. Trying to keep track of where the oh, they found the comm. I'm just gonna do a thing. Usually I don't do this late in the game, but because there's still the mega inbound, I do want to still cover that. Yu's gonna get underneath some shielding, and there goes the mega. There's 6 more remaining. We have bricks inbound. We have bugs and bricks and just everything else being thrown at this from Team 1. There's another mega with dead. Oh, they're not pushing in. Oh, the artillery. But again, the Mavor is still alive, so that's still a problem. Yu's trying to assist the shielding as best he can. Team 1 can still see him. Assist the shield, says Boom King. And there goes some pigeons. There's another mega. There's 2 remaining. 3 remaining. Apologies. There's the Tsar there covering for it. Oh, the shields are down. And there he goes. The artillery gets killed off by you, but you is killed off by the claw. Not bad for a 6v1, says you. I mean, yeah. I mean, it wasn't super great, honestly. I mean, when you lose 4 players that early in the game, it really does kind of tend to one side. There were definitely moments for Team 2 to come back and win this, but again, it's that how much time did he have to manage things? His APM was definitely getting hurt by all of the stuff he had to run around and do. You know, you had to respond to this thing and then this thing, and there's just no break and there's no pause. And Team 1, I mean, they did take some hits, to be fair. All the nukes being killed off, the comm being killed off here, but they still had, 2 players remaining, and sometimes it only just takes 1 or 2 to win the game. So that's just how it ends. But hopefully everybody enjoyed. Again, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't, because again, why not at this point? Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and I will see all of you in the next one.